So, Salute to Smallville has just ended. I just got, yeah, I'm taking off my shoes like I'm Mr. Rogers. Didn't he do whatever he used to do? I don't know. Anyway, so I got my photo with Michael and Tom. Um, Michael is such a goofball. He's literally like, he's a golden retriever. He's that type of guy. And Tom is so like he's reserved. He's still funny. He cracks jokes, but he's so sweet. He's like a teddy bear. It's so cute. He told me that he liked my nails. He's like, I love your nails, but I love your hair even more. And he said it twice, so I feel like he meant it. Maybe he says it to all the girls, but yeah. So that was fun. Um, I was gonna say I attended the like Q&A panel s type thing with John Glover, who plays Lionel Luther, and Michael Rosenbaum, who obviously plays Lex. So that was really fun to kind of see them banter back and forth. They even sang Whitney Houston. It's just funny. I don't know. It's funny. I love obviously both of their portrayals of the Luthers, um, and John Glover being in Murder She Wrote is just I don't know. It's just so sweet to me and so wholesome, because it's Murder She Wrote. But I was gonna say I got a picture with Laura Vandervoort. That's her name, who plays Kara. So that was really fun. We took a selfie together. So that was cool. And it was really cool. I also got an autograph from John Glover. So that was really cute. He like signed it, personalized. I mean, he said to Jakarta from John Glover, aka Lionel Luther. But still, I got a photo of him, and he signed it, so that's really cool. Um, and I asked him for a hug, and he goes, "Of course, hugs are free," and he gave me a hug, and it was like a nice big bear hug. So it was really sweet. Obviously, Lionel is a terrible character. He has his good moments, but overall, he's a pretty shit person in the show. But it was nice knowing that John Glover was is the complete opposite of Lionel. He's so sweet. He's so sweet, you guys. And I'm so happy that I got an autograph from him. I wish I could have gotten a photo, like a selfie of him and I. However, funds are. And I don't. Okay, so maybe it's because this is like the first like I don't want to call it a bigger con, but I feel like Lansing Comic Con was kind of like chill, laid back. Like they had some big name people there, but I felt like it was chill. Here they like it was crazy. I was standing in line for Tom Welling's autograph. I wasn't getting one, but I had made a friend at con and she was getting one. So she was like, waiting in line. We were waiting together, just talking, passing the time. And Tom was taking a break, so he had walked out of like, well, walked from behind the table and he was going to a side door. Well, the side door was locked. So they were like waiting for someone to go around and then open up the side door, and this older lady like was trying to like sneak a photo, and they had told us no photos like closer up to the autograph tables, because obviously they want you to pay for them, so which makes sense. It makes sense. And so this little old lady's like got her phone out and she's trying to like snap a photo real quick, and one of the workers gets in front of her and was like, no cameras. It was like the funniest thing because it's like it's a little old lady, but I get it. I totally get it. I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny. If they tell you no photos in a certain area, you should respect that for obvious reasons. But anyway, I digress. But that was really cool. And yeah, I participated in the yes no trivia. I got the very first question wrong, so I had to go sit down. So clearly, I am not the trivia girly. Um, so that's fine. I also like the very last panel of tonight was Tom and Kristen. So I got in line to ask a question, and they wrapped it up before I could ask. So I didn't get to answer my question, or I didn't get to ask my question, which it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna cry about it, but I did almost cry in line for John Glover, and I think it's just because of the person he is. He's just so sweet and welcoming. Like, I know they like say like, oh, never meet your idols or your heroes or whatever the like phrase is, but like I'm happy that I met John Glover. Cuz like when I was prepping for the con and I was like buying the tickets, cuz I knew right away that I wanted a photo with Michael and Tom, and obviously I knew I wanted to go. So I bought my weekend pass and I bought the photo op with Michael and Tom, and that was the only thing I really purchased, other than obviously like hotel flights, rental, all that jazz. Um, so when I got here, I was just like, well, I mean, clearly I like John Glover. Um, I like Laura. I like Erica's portrayal of Lois Lane. Um, I know Erica has a show, like Saving Hope, I believe, but I don't watch that show. So other than like, I know I've seen things with her outside of Smallville, but I know her predominantly from Smallville. Jeez, I cannot talk today. Um, but like, so I was like, oh well, I don't know if I want an autograph or a photo with her, because I mean it's not cheap. It's not like, oh, it's $10 for this, $10 for that. Um, you know, so I'm trying to live within a budget. I'm trying to be responsible. So I figured, I worst case scenario, I hear everybody talk. I get that experience, and then I have like a photo to take home with me, and then maybe like a T-shirt. I did end up buying a T-shirt from one of the vendors. I got trading cards from another vendor. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but the guy was nice and they're cool cards. I mean, so I figured, I mean, it's something cool, something different. So that was really fun. But yeah, I'm so happy that I came. They announced that next year they're gonna do Smallville, or excuse me, Salute to Smallville again, and it's gonna be in Illinois, so it'll be like in the Chicago area. So I'm excited for that. So all in all, this was a great convention. There was like a few minor hiccups along the way, but that is kind of on me, and not so much like them. I was supposed to get an autograph from Erica, but she ended up leaving before I could get an autograph. So, Creation Entertainment, the people who put on the convention, they are going to issue me a refund, which I do think is nice. Um, my hotel room is like hot as hell. Um, Not like unbearable, like I can't breathe in here clearly, but um, it's hot. And obviously, I went to the front desk, and they're like, "Oh, well, we can send a technician up," and I'm like, I'm only sleeping here. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but I do appreciate you. So, not really like, anything crazy. I had to pay for parking at the hotel, which kind of sucks. But again, if I would have read, I would have known that parking available doesn't mean free parking. So there's that. But everything like with the rental car went smoothly. I return it tomorrow. They gave me like a little Volkswagen Jetta, so really cute little car. Um, I don't know what year it is, but I swear it's like some futuristic car. Like I like got in and I'm like, I don't even know, like, because rental cars, you're supposed to return things, or not things, you're supposed to return the car with a full tank unless you like prepay for gas or whatever the thing is. um Yeah, I have no clue how I'm supposed to tell whether or not, like, the gas is empty. Like, the dashboard is all digital, and that's not new to me. I have a digital dash, but it's just like the way it's set up. I'm like, I know, I think it's full. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I might take it to the gas station just to fill up like $2 worth of gas because I just drove from the airport to the hotel, and then obviously I'm driving from the hotel back to the apartment, or not the apartment, the airport. But my brain is mush. I'm so excited that I got to have this experience. I mean, I know cons are not cheap. Um, I know that there's conventions for everybody. You just kind of got to find the one that fits for you. So, I mean, obviously, like, people are doing conventions all over. But I definitely feel that if you are a fan of something, um, if there's a convention for it, go to it. Like, on a serious note, like, none of my friends watched Smallville growing up. My husband had no clue what Smallville was until, like, I made him watch, like, I think half of season one during, like, the early phases of the pandemic. Um, so, everybody has their thing, and I feel like a lot of times we don't share all of ourselves with the people that we hold close to each other, because, like, I'm telling you, like, I had, like, best friends thick as thieves, and I never ever once talked about Smallville just because I was like, oh well, this is kind of nerdy, you know what I mean? Like, Smallville came out in the early mid 2000s, so, like, clearly, like, I was young, stupid. I should not have been ashamed of what I liked or didn't like. But, like, sometimes when you're young, you just I don't want to call it stupid to be ashamed of it. I mean, it is, but you know what I mean. It's kind of one of those things. Like, we're very focused about how others perceive us, whether it be friends, just people in general. So just, hey, live in your truth. Um, be a decent person, and go to that freaking convention. Um, and spend that money. I will tell you this: cash is king at these conventions. So do your due diligence when it comes to that. Plan accordingly. Make sure you take out money before you book your flight, or not book your flight, before you get on your flight, or you check in your hotel, because of course I went to go get cash for something, and the ATM at the at the hotel was not working. So um, that kind of sucks. Luckily, the vendors obviously took card, but the reason why I was going to the ATM was because their card machines were spazzing at the time. So I was just like, okay, great. So I'm not going to be able to get anything, because if the credit card machines are down and I can't get to an ATM, what am I gonna do? So, well, I shouldn't say get to an empty ATM, but there was no ATM near me, so it would have meant me driving quite a bit and then obviously missing time at the convention. So yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully, if Smallville's your jam and you missed this weekend's festivities, next September in Chicago, maybe then you can come check it out. That'll be fun.